Welcome back, everyone. A Happy New Year. This week we are going to explore finding the equation of a line if we are given a slope and a point. And there's two different ways we can do this. The first way we can do this is to use a graph. So the first two examples here are examples where we are given the slope. So right here is the slope, and we are given a point, and right here is the point. All right, the first thing that we want to do is graph the point. So we have the point -10, 8, and I'm going to go ahead and use green so that kind of matches up. So we go to -10 on the x-axis, and then we go all the way up to 8, so I'm going to make a point right there. And then the slope's red, so I'm going to use red to do that so you can easily identify what it is. So the slope here is negative, so that means we are going to go down 2 first. And then we're going to go over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to make a point right here. And then I need to keep going because what I want to find here is the point where the line crosses the y-intercept, or the y-axis, the y-intercept. So I'm going to go down 2 and over 5 again. And right there is my point, but I'm just going to do another one just for the heck of it, and then I'm going to do another one. I'm just going to do as many as I can. So I made as many points as I can. In this case, it's 5. Okay, so the really important thing that we discovered here is that our y-intercept is 4. So we know that b is 4. And we already knew that the m, or the slope, is -2 over 5. So all we have to do now is write the equation of the line in y equals mx plus b form. So we're going to always do y equals mx plus b, and just replace the m and the b with what we know. So we have y equals -2/5 x plus 4. That's a really ugly x. I'm going to fix it. Plus 4. Okay, so there we go. The equation of the line that has a slope of -2/5 and goes through the point -10, 8 is y equals -2/5 x plus 4. Okay, let's do another one. So again, same thing. We're going to graph that point. So we have that point here. And I'm going to use the same colors just because it'll keep it nice and organized. So we have -2, -9. So we find -2 on the x-axis, the horizontal one. And then we go down to -9. So there's my point. And then it has a slope of 4. And remember that slope of 4 is 4 over 1. And I'll go ahead and highlight that in red so we can see it. And so that means we go up 4 and over 1. So we're going to go up 4 over 1 and make a point. Up 4 over 1 and make a point. And so I'm actually just going to stop there because I've found what I need. I don't need to go any further. I found my y-intercept, or the b, is -1. I know my m is 4. And now you'll notice when I'm doing my equation, or when I'm writing my equation, I'm not going to write the 4 over 1. I'm just going to write it as a 4 because it's simpler that way, and we like to keep things as simple as we can. So my equation for this one is y equals 4x minus 1. So we write -1 because it's -1. Some people write plus -1, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when you have two signs, the plus and the negative, it can get a little bit messy. So plus negative is the same as minus, so that's why we write just -1. All right, here you go. You got a couple to try on your own. They're in red boxes, so that means that you are going to eventually have to put these into Schoology, I believe. There aren't any numbers in the box, so keep your eye on that. It might change, so you might see some numbers in there eventually, but if not, we'll figure out how you're supposed to enter those in Schoology. All right, two more examples here, and these are really good examples because this is something you're going to run into where you're trying to do this and it's not going to work. So same thing, we're going to first identify the point that we need to plot, and then we have our slope that we're going to use, And we're just going to do both those things. So here we go. We're going to start with 8, 3. So we go all the way over to 8, and we go up to 3, and we make a point. And then my slope is 5 over 4. So that means I'm going to go up 5 over 4. Well, if I try to go up 5 and over 4, I'm going to go up 5 and then over 4. I'm going to be off the graph over here. And I don't really want to be off the graph. And I'm going the wrong direction, really, because what I want is I want to be able to go the other direction so I can find out where my line actually crosses the y-axis. And in this case, what we have to do, instead of going up 5 and over 4, we're going to go down 5 and to the left 4. Okay, so normally we would go up 5 and to the right 4. But we want to do the opposite of both of those things. So we're going to go down 5 and left 4. All right, so the opposite of both those things. So if we go down 5 and to the left 4, we're going to be right here. And you can see those 3 points, even the one that's off the graph, are in line. So they're a straight line. And that's okay. That's what we want, right? But we need to do it one more time, I think, to get to the y-intercept. So we're going to go down 5. And then we're going to go over 4, and we end up at -7. So our y-intercept is -7. And we know our slope is up here. It's 5 over 4. So we can write the equation of the line. It is y equals 5 over 4 x minus 7. Again, that's a -7, so we just write it as -7. All right, here we go. One more, and then you guys get to do a couple on your own. So this one, similar situation. We're going to plot that point. So I'm going to go switch to green here. And slope is -1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and plot that point, 6, -10. So 6 on the x-axis, down to -10, which is way down here. And in this case, we have a negative slope. So that means we need to go down 1 and over 2. So we're going to be off the graph again, going the wrong direction. We're going to be like right there. And we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do the opposite. So instead of going down 1 and to the right 2, we're going to go up 1 and to the left 2. So we're going to go up 1 to the left. And this one we need to keep repeating a couple times. Up 1 to the left 2, up 1 to the left 2, and we end up at -7 again. All right, so we know our y-intercept is -7. We know our slope is -1/2. So my equation is y equals -1/2 x minus 7. All right, so now you have a couple to do on your own. And again, I'm not sure what's going on here. There are no numbers in the boxes, but I think you're going to have to end up entering these into Schoology. I'll let you know in class one way or the other, for sure.